have a few things to cover today. I know you've already laughed at Destiny, but the thing is, I try not to go over drama on my channel, so it all kind of builds up inside me. I have
So
been
you
watching
dump
the
it on
Destiny
someone
drama.
else. So it really is
so I dump it
dumping
on
with
somebody
Scrum.
else.
Well,
Well, that's what it is, you know. I do none of the work, and it's not on my channel, and yet the show's named after me. That's tradition.
We have talked about Spin and I have talked about the Destiny drama. As I've said, I've reached out to Destiny.
You
I don't
have,
any,
and you
yes,
were way too polite about it. I was not.
No,
I was more aggressive about
and
it.
what you may not have seen is I just watched his video that he just dropped. Well, the VOD of him saying that his ex-wife has now reached out to him, begging him for money. So it gets worse. He also says he hates her. He's really cut ties.
Really,
there.
I wonder why.
Yeah, gee, I can't imagine why. Can't imagine why.
But his
real
relationship was so strong.
It was so strong.
Relationship.
Yes.
And I don't want to.
Yes, plundering every orifice that moves.
Kesok Sasaina for 50 says, Aiden, reminder to send me the study I asked for. I sent a reminder DM on Discord. Also, thank you for y'all. Do it. The bird, the spoon, the Guernsey men have been extremely helpful. Keeping me cheerful through my divorce. So thank you all. Well, anything we can do, man. And speaking of going through a divorce, that's a perfect segue to Destiny, isn't it? Thank you, Kesok.
Divorce.
Kesok, I'll check out your DM. Yeah.
So I have this meme on screen. This is one we went over last week with Destiny.
That's pretty good, by the way.
I'm not planning on going into great detail on Destiny story, but my understanding of it is that he was with a woman who, I mean, given that Destiny, given Destiny's short temper, shall we say, He's a man of limited degree, and given obviously like she does look kind of maybe a few ticks, a few orders of magnitude out of his league. She cucked him and has run off to be with a Swedish twink instead.
Twink.
So that's that story, dear. And shocking how surprising this was. Like, who could have possibly seen this coming?
Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson predicted it.
Yep. So this is a quote from Destiny on the 3rd of May. He says, then maybe husbands should step up and not lose their wives. You know, marriage is a two-person thing, right? If your wife is on the verge of leaving you, take some responsibility and fix your relationship. Stop blaming women for everything and learn to grow up and be a man.
I just can't.
Oh, the irony. That is just
how predictable this was. It was just everybody said this was happen.
Yeah,
everybody said there was happening all the time.
I didn't care.
People
I
would have
said that if I'd known.
Well, I know that I watched it with Spoon. We talked about this last week or the week before, but I don't know if you guys have seen the interview that Jesse Lee Peterson did with Destiny and Melina, and it's tragic. It is a tragic interview
with Timcast as well that I linked in the little document there. Him talking about like the word divorce gets mentioned in there as well. It's quite ironic and prophetic. But anyone could have told you that. I mean, as some people know, I'm not one to actually dump on alternative relationship arrangements. You know, they do exist and they do work, but you have to set boundaries. And a quote-unquote open relationship is the worst thing you can do. I've seen people navigate, you know, closed 3-person relationships. I've navigated one myself for the last 3 years. But the whole thing about not having boundaries and just having people appear in and out of the relationship is just it's such like a weird modern cope. It's so terrible and there's always.
Would you like to say something?
Always happens.
Scrump, I'm happy that you're happy.
What I would say is,
judgment.
Were I a religious man, now would be the time to say, but God will judge you in the afterlife. As I'm sure is what Spoon and Aiden are thinking. But, you know, that's not me. That's not my bag.
It's not my bag either. What I would say, though, is that I don't, again, in that Jesse Lee Peterson interview, Melina says at one point, and I'm paraphrasing, but only barely, she says that she just likes to have fun. She likes to do drugs. She likes to have sex. And she says that she slept with like 100 people when she's 19 or 20. And she's like, yeah, I like to fuck people. I like to fuck. I like to have sex. While Destiny is sitting right next to her. And you can see, like, you can just hear "Hello, darkness, my old friend" playing through his head while he's sitting there next to her, and she's talking to Jesse, and she's like getting a little flirty with Jesse, if I'm being completely honest. That's how it came off, at least. Even being flirty with Jesse. And
how worn out are those beef curtains?
Yeah, amazing. But like, it is amazing.
The background.
She says that the only thing she cares about in life, and this is almost a direct quote, is having fun. She says the only thing she cares about. She doesn't care about having children. She doesn't care about. She is now 22, I think.
Oh, that's
23.
Why? She's
a child.
She doesn't know fucking anything.
Yeah, she's a kid. Like, I mean, and when they got married, I think she was 20. I don't know. I think that.
Wait, Destiny, you married a 21-year-old who has
20.
a body count in 3 digits.
Yeah, according to her.
I have no sympathy for that man, none whatsoever.
Okay.
Like, absolutely fuck all.
Oh no! Can we get some bees in chat, please? Bees in chat for those completely destroyed beef curtains.
But that's when Jesse brought that stuff up with her, and it's like, you don't care about anything. She's like, no, I just care about having fun. I just want to have fun. And that was, I don't know how, you could see somewhere like in the back of his head, he realized at that moment, like, oh fuck, what have I done? So this woman,
Chinese military parade.
He even says, well, you care about things other than having fun. She's like, oh yeah, sure, but I don't think she actually does. I don't think she actually does. And also another giant red flag is that if you have not seen the video of how Destiny and Melina hooked up, is that they met in New Zealand or Australia. I think it was New Zealand. They were like, she was living in New Zealand with her boyfriend, even though she's from Sweden. And she was living with a boyfriend in New Zealand. She met Destiny in New Zealand, and she's just like kissing and macking on him the whole time while her boyfriend is live streaming it. And then guess what?
Yeah,
she leaves her boyfriend for Destiny.
Little pro tip.
How could you not expect this?
Pro tip: if you're going for the home wrecking tech tree path, if you're trying to split up a woman with her current partner, or either way around gender wise, then that means that they are willing to do that. And that means they're willing to do that to you. There's no reason to think you're special, even though it's possible you are, but it's less likely. It's more likely that they just are willing to flit between partners as they prefer.
Which means your relationship will go through
Kevin, I'm not covering for Melina. Holy shit. I think she's a massive whore. I'm not covering for her at all. I'm covering for Destiny. I don't know. I think he's nearly 40, so he should have known better. And he's got a kid.
He doesn't look 40.
He's nearly.
He looks 40.
He's like 38.
40.
I know. I think he's like 38 though.
2.
Also, Aiden, the reason why people in our chat are saying that is because you defended him, and I was mercilessly.
Yeah, I have defended him, and I will continue to defend him.
Okay, so there's two sides to the should you defend him or not, and both are correct. One is he was retarded and low testosterone, and that is partly his responsibility, and he was told, and his ideology led into this, and all. Yes, he was greatly at fault. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great regret to inform you, women.
It is also a hot Swedish 19-year-old threw herself at him. What the fuck do you think?
Not that attractive. What the fuck?
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Okay, whatever. Please tell me, Spoon, a hot Swedish 19-year-old, that's not the best picture of her, throws herself at you. You say no?
You're 19. What the hell am I going to do with you?
True. I mean, and again, as a 30, at that point, like 36-year-old dude, he probably should have known better, but.
I can't sleep with girls.
He cut out
just the wrong moment.
I can't sleep with girls. Quote Spoon.
It looks like it looks like Discord is having issues today. So some of you may be having trouble hearing through Discord. If you're back, have a look at the other links available.
Horrible.
If you have a look in user content, there are in Discord there are links to the Rumble and YouTube streams which you could use as backups.
The winner is the Twink. You really think that the Twink won? Now he has to deal with her shit.
I'm gonna say nobody wins here. This is just
yeah, exactly.
Have you ever actually been on?
It's not terrible if you're a content creator.
This is exactly. She's the village. Our fifth guest. Hello, Bill. This is exactly the archetype. Exactly the archetype we've been talking about for years. Weak men and manipulative women.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's not much new to it, except that it's a bigger story about it. People with more.
Well, he didn't sign a prenup. He didn't sign a prenup. She is now begging him for money, and he said, I listened to his stream about it. He said he doesn't think she's going to sue him. She's not going to go legal route because she doesn't have the money to do it.
Because she can't spell the word.
But it's like, Steven, it doesn't matter if she doesn't have money. She's going to get yours. You know what I mean? Like that a lawyer will take on her case because they'll be frothing at the mouth. They'll be champing at the bit to try and get your money. They don't want to be paid up front. They want to be paid afterwards. You didn't sign a prenup, dude. You're so fucked. And holy shit.
No, forget about it. I've said what I wanted to say, which is lol Destiny. I will say, has any of you ever been on stream with Destiny before?
Yes, we've had Destiny on Broken Crown.
Oh,
talk
really?
about Ukraine. Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I didn't realize you had him on. I ended up on stream with him by accident on like some sort of election special we were doing. And he does do the whole like talking fast doesn't make you right thing, which is really funny. Well, he just talks fast and it's just terrible. I hate
I actually don't think that's on purpose. As someone who also talks fast, I don't think that's on purpose. I don't think he's necessarily doing that. Sometimes, look, I've listened to enough Destiny VODs for such a long time that I can tell when he is doing it to Gish Gallop and when that's just how he talks because he's getting excited about something. You can tell when he's doing it to Gish Gallop.
Aiden, you and I have been on like a 3 or 4 hour live stream on a topic we disagreed on and have a respectful conversation. So it's not just about talking fast. It's the intent to use the talking fast. And there's lots of other such methods. And I get rather tired of seeing people that are ostensibly on our side and are just incapable of reasonable dialogue.
Well, that's the whole thing that drives me nuts. But Destiny actually is capable of reasonable dialogue. I think that, I mean, like his chat was just like, L,
in private, not on stream.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like his chat was freaking out, but Destiny was very polite and amicable to us when we talked about the Ukraine issue a year and a half ago.
Ignore the woman. Next topic.
Just saying. I don't think Destiny. My only point is I don't think you can lump Destiny in with the Voshes and the Hassan Pikers of the world. Those people are completely all malintent.
I have heard people say that before, but I've also heard Aiden say, "No, SFO is not so bad."
I'm not necessarily the best person to ask because
you are very nice.
You're being judged.